This is how we do, baby. We get clean, we make it happen. Boom, boom, bye down. I give him the eyebrow. You feel me? See what I got? I'm rocking today. Got the bow tie with the green in it. Fellas got a little green with the lapel. You know, just a little something, man. Let's jump into this review. We're gonna knock out the top winning fragrances on the niche side. Hey, what's going on, my fragrant friends out there in the YouTube community? It is me, the bow tie fragrance guy. And I'm back today with a video on my top niche fragrances that I'll be wearing for the winter season. There's a lot of fragrances out there that you could wear that are niche in the winter time, but these are just 10 that I have in my collection that I think are good for the winter time. And some of the ones that I'm going to be wearing, these are my top 10 picks for this winter. If you guys could, I would appreciate it if you leave down in the comment section, of course, a few fragrances on the niche side that you'll be wearing this winter. Of course, you know I like to engage and have dialogue. Let's jump into my top 10 winter niche fragrances. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I want to start this list with an honorable mention. The only reason this is an honorable mention because I feel like it's a little bit tougher to find the right occasion for this fragrance. And also, I hate to spoil the fun here, but there is another fragrance from this house on this list. So this makes an honorable mention from the house of Amouage. This is Jubilation 25. And of course, this is a very regal fragrance. This is a very as the name indicates, a very jubilant fragrance. I find this one to be a fragrance that I like to wear for special occasions. So we have Christmas around this time of year, of course. We have New Year's coming up, New Year's Eve, Christmas parties, weddings, whatever the case may be this time of year. This is, to me, a special occasion fragrance. I absolutely love it though, but it gets an honorable mention for me for the winter time. This is Amouage Jubilation 25. Coming in at number 10 on my niche fragrance winter list, this is from the house of PENHALIGONS, and this fragrance is Sartorial. This fragrance was made to evoke memories of a bespoke tailor's shop. So this fragrance has a lot of notes in it, but it's just a very masculine fragrance, paying homage to those gentlemanly fragrances from the 80s. You have your Brutes, your Old Spices. I'm not saying it smells like this, but it's definitely a fougere fragrance. It has lavender in it, beeswax, honey, a lot of notes. Again, too many to name, but it's a very classy and gentleman's fragrance. It smells amazing. If you haven't put your note on this, this may be one that you can check out because you can also get it for a good price from the house of PENHALIGONS. This is Sartorial. Coming in at number 9 from the house of Montale, this is none other than Intense Cafe. And this fragrance is it's sweet. It has a rose note in this, but it also has coffee and vanilla. To me, it kind of gives off a vibe of coffee, but it's like a smoked coffee. Almost if you can smell coffee brewing from the pot. That's the effect that I get from this fragrance, but it smells amazing. From what I've been able to sample so far, this is one of my favorite fragrances from this house. Coming in at number 9 from the house of Montale, this is Montale Intense Cafe. Coming in at number 8, this is another fragrance that has the note of rose. From the house of Bond number 9, this is Bond number 9 New York Oud. And of course, this is a fragrance that I feel like I can definitely get away with wearing in the winter time here where I live in the South. We usually kind of hover around between the 40 and 60 degree temperatures in the winter time. And this one works really well. It's a light oud with some floral notes, rose primarily, but it works really, really well on my skin. I really enjoy this one. I'll be rocking this one at number 8. This is Bond number 9 New York Oud. Coming in at number 7 from the house of MANCERA, this is none other than CEDRAT BOISE. And this fragrance, of course, is very widely known in the fragrance community for resembling a Ventus. And I definitely echo those sentiments. It does remind me of a Ventus, I guess a more fruitier batch of a Ventus. It's not as smoky, but there's a leather note in here To me, it kind of gives off a smoky type of accord. But I really enjoy this one. It really shines in cold weather. And so I'll be rocking this one, of course, as well in the wintertime. This is number 7 from the house of MANCERA, CEDRAT BOISE. Yeah, number 6 from the house of Amouage. This is the Blue Beast. This is none other than INTERLUDE, man. This fragrance is a smoky fragrance, of course. But what I love about it is it dries down to this sweet, ambery sandalwood dry down. This is an absolute beauty, guys. It's so complex. People call it the Blue Beast because it gives great performance. But I love the way this fragrance transitions from that smoky opening, and it dries down to just this sweet ambery sandalwood fragrance, man. This is a great one. Cuts through the cold like no other fragrance. This is from the house of Amouage. This is INTERLUDE, man. Coming in at number 5 for one of my favorite niche houses, from the house of Creed, this is Royal Oud. And of course, again, this is another fragrance that doesn't have a medicinal oud. This fragrance really is about the cedar wood. Cedar wood and spices. This is a very spicy, woody fragrance. There is some oud in here, although it's kind of a light oud. The oud to me kind of plays in the background of the fragrance. But it's still a great one to wear around this time of year. Great for, in my opinion, work type settings. Honestly, I like to really wear it sometimes when I'm going to work. This is from the house of Creed. This is Royal Oud. Coming in at number 4, this is a fragrance all-star. As a matter of fact, I think my top 4 are all fragrance all-stars. From the house of Parfums de Marly, this is none other than Herod. And you know what you get with this one? You get that cinnamon tobacco fragrance. Gorgeous fragrance. A lot of the fragrances from this house, to me, work really well in colder weather. They have a few fragrances from this house that were released that can work in warmer temperatures as well, but for the most part, the ones that I really enjoy are cold weather fragrances. This probably being one of my favorite ones from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is Herod. Coming in at number 3, this is from the house of Tom Ford, from the private blend line, and this is Tobacco Vanille. You guys know what you get with this one: dried fruits, tobacco, and vanilla. Don't have to say a lot about this one, but I really enjoy wearing this one. I want to give you an idea of what I like to have on when I wear this fragrance. I like to go outside. I want to say it's about 30 degrees outside. I have on my peak coat, got on a nice winter hat, nice scarf. I spray this, one spray on my clothes, one spray on my jacket. And I like to kind of get it around the scarf so I can make sure that I catch wafts of it as I'm walking outside in the winter time. Absolutely love this fragrance. It's a classic. It needs no introduction. From the house of Tom Ford, this is Tobacco Vanille. Coming at number 2 from the house of SARTORIAL, this is none other than Naxos. Now, if you've never put your nose on Naxos, but you have smelled Pure Havane, then this is, that will give you a pretty good idea of what this smells like. Though, there are some very distinct differences to me. This is a fresher version of Pure Havane. Absolutely, of course, a more refined, well blended. Pure Havane is one of my favorite designer fragrances, and this is one of my favorite niche fragrances. For the most part, for the same reasons. This has that honey, vanilla thing going on, but this is a little bit fresher. This one has lavender in it as well, so it gives it a little bit of a fougere type vibe that you get from this that you don't get from Pure Havane. The lavender is very key in this as it relates to comparing. If you want to compare this to Pure Havane, the lavender really differentiates this from Pure Havane. Again, it's a fresher take, a little bit more well blended, more well defined. Absolute beauty. The bottle's beautiful, the fragrance is beautiful. Coming in at number 2, this is from the house of SARTORIAL. This is Naxos. You guys, coming in at number 1 on my winter niche list, this comes from the house of KILIAN, and this is none other than Black Phantom. It's boozy. You have rum, you have dark chocolate, you have caramel, you have vanilla. I don't have anything else to say about this one. Seriously. Sometimes when I smell this, I'm absolutely speechless, man. This is a gourmand lover's dream right here. I sprayed a sweater that I wore on Thanksgiving Day, and I just took it to the cleaners last week. When I picked it up to take it to the cleaners, this fragrance, I could still smell it as if I had just sprayed it. So that was like a 2-week time frame that it was just sitting on that sweater, and I could still smell it as if I just sprayed it. Performance is great. It smells amazing. From the house of by KILIAN, this is Black Phantom. Okay guys, I thank you so much for tuning in to another video from me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Why would you guys do that? Huh? Because I'm the bow-tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and I love to smell amazing. So until next time guys, you keep looking good and keep smelling amazing. I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.